everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle and I'm so glad that you're here. Today we're going to do another deep dive into self-care and wellness, but I'm not talking about the Instagram version where everything is aesthetically pleasing and nobody has dark circles under their eyes. I'm talking about the real self-care, the kind that actually prevents you from having a meltdown in the cereal aisle at Target because they're out of Lucky Charms. So buckle up, this is going to be the few minutes that might actually change your life, or at least make you laugh. Either way, you're getting great value. First things first, we need to talk about what self-care has become versus what it actually is. Because somehow self-care got turned into this whole capitalist thing where you're supposed to buy fancy candles and jade rollers and drink celery juice while doing yoga on a mountaintop at sunrise. And if you can do that, that's great. Give yourself a gold star. But the rest of us are just trying to remember to drink water and not survive entirely on coffee and sugar. But first, let's talk about what self-care is not. Self-care is not expensive. You don't need a $300 spa day to take care of yourself. Sometimes self-care is literally just drinking water from a mason jar like a fancy person instead of straight from the faucet like a feral raccoon. Self-care is not always relaxing either. Sometimes self-care is doing the hard thing like going to the dentist or having that difficult conversation or finally opening that bill you've been avoiding. And self-care is not selfish. So say it with me, taking care of yourself is not selfish. You know what's selfish is running yourself into the ground and then being no good to anybody, including yourself. What refills your cup might drain mine. Maybe you need social time. Maybe I need to hide in my closet and pretend I don't exist for 20 minutes. Both are valid. Real self-care is sometimes cleaning your room, even though you don't want to, because living in the chaos is making your brain feel like a browser with 17 tabs that are open. My point is that self-care is about keeping yourself functional and relatively sane. And that's it. That's pretty low bar. Okay, let's talk about physical wellness now. You know, that thing you live in for 24/7 and mostly ignore until something hurts. Look, I get it. Physical wellness can be overwhelming because there's so much conflicting information out there. So carbs are the devil. No, fat is the devil. No, actually the devil is gluten, sugar, breathing. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I'm pretty sure the devil is just diet culture in general. But here are some physical wellness basics that actually matter. And number one, of course, is water. This magical substance that literally every cell in your body needs. Are you drinking enough? Probably not. And here's the test. Is your pee the color of lemonade? Good. Is it the color of apple juice? You better drink more water then. Get yourself a water bottle that you actually like. I'm serious. Mine's Hello Kitty. Is it silly? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Now let's talk about movement. Not exercise, just movement. Movement doesn't need to be in a gym or outrunning a marathon. You just need to move your body regularly. So dance while you cook dinner. Take the stairs once in a while. Do some stretches during commercial breaks. Walk around the house while you're talking on the phone. Have a solo dance competition in your living room. Your body was designed to move. It's not supposed to be sitting in a chair for 12 hours every day. And next up, sleep. My gosh, please sleep. I know you're busy. You've got things to do. You'll sleep when you're dead. But here's the thing. Lack of sleep is literally killing you faster than anything. It's not a badge of honor to run on 2 hours of sleep. That's not hustle culture. That's just bad choices. So here are some sleep hygiene tips that I strongly recommend you at least consider. Put your phone away 30 minutes before you go to bed. You want to get that blue light off. Keep your room dark and cool. Try to go to bed at the same time each night. If you can't sleep, get up and do something until you're bored or until you start to get sleepy. And no, watching true crime documentaries does not count as doing something boring. Next, we're going to move on to food. And this is where everyone gets weird. Here's my revolutionary take. Eat food that makes you feel good. Not morally good, but physically good. Notice what gives you energy versus what makes you want to nap under your desk. Eat more of the first, less of the second. And yeah, sometimes the thing that can make you feel good is a giant cookie. That's called living, and it's allowed. So pick one physical wellness habit to focus on this week. Just one. Don't try to overhaul your entire life in one day. And moving on to mental wellness. Let's talk about the thing that nobody wants to talk about, but everyone needs to hear. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. You wouldn't ignore a broken leg. So why are you ignoring your anxiety that makes you feel like you're dying every time someone texts, "Can we talk?" Let's take a quick mental health reality check. Therapy isn't just for crazy people. Can we please retire this idea? Therapy is for humans, all humans. You don't need to be in crisis to benefit from talking to someone. Think of it like this. You go to the dentist when your teeth don't hurt, right? Mental health is the same thing. Maintenance matters. And if cost is an issue, there are sliding scale therapists, online options, support groups, and crisis text lines. Don't let money be the reason that you suffer. And your thoughts aren't facts. This one changed my life. Just because your brain tells you something doesn't mean it's true. Your brain is like that one friend who's always catastrophizing, like everyone at work hates you. But reality is just that Sarah asked if you want to go out for coffee, or your brain tells you you're gonna fail at everything. But really, you just forgot to send one email. So learn to observe your thoughts without believing all of them, and set boundaries with your own brain. This sounds weird, but stay with me. You know how your brain likes to bring up every embarrassing thing you've ever done while you're trying to fall asleep? Like, remember when you called your teacher mom in 3rd grade? Let's relive it for an hour. But you can literally tell your brain, not now, we're not doing this, and then redirect it to something else. Counting, breathing, thinking about your favorite movie, your favorite song, what you're gonna do tomorrow. Limit your doom scrolling. Social media and news can be toxic to your mental health. I'm not saying to be ignorant of the world. I'm saying you don't need to read 20 different think pieces about the same upsetting news while lying in bed at 11 p.m. So here are some boundaries to try. No phone first 30 minutes after waking up. No news after 7 p.m. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad, even if they're right. And set actual time limits for each app. And I know it seems like you should be informed about everything, but you can't set your world on fire to keep the world warm, right? Do things that make you feel like yourself. Remember hobbies? Those things you used to do just for fun before you became a productivity robot? Yeah, those matter a lot. Read for pleasure, make art even if it's bad, play music, garden, cook something complicated, build something, write. These aren't wastes of time. They're literally what make life living. So schedule 30 minutes this week to work on an activity that has no productive purpose whatsoever. Just joy, and that's it. Okay, real talk time. How are you actually doing? Because I know some of you have been on autopilot for so long, you've forgotten that you're even allowed to have feelings. Here's an emotional wellness time bomb. You can't positively think your way out of genuine emotions. You can't manifest away sadness or hustle through grief. You have to actually feel the feelings. And I know it sucks, and I know you don't want to do it, but here's the secrets. Feelings are like waves, right? If you don't fight them, they'll pass and move right along. Here's how to actually process emotions. Name it to tame it. Research shows that naming your emotion reduces its intensity. So you wouldn't want to say, I feel bad. You'd want to say, I feel disappointed and a little embarrassed. So the more specific you can get, the better. Your emotional vocabulary actually matters. And number 2, feel it in your body. Well, where do you feel it? Do you have a tight chest? Is your stomach in knots, tension in your shoulders? Breathe into that spot. Don't try to make it go away. Just acknowledge it. Hello, anxiety. I see you're making my chest tight today. Sounds weird? Absolutely. But does it work? Surprisingly, yes, it does. Number 3, let yourself cry. Please cry if you need to cry. Crying isn't weakness. Crying is your body releasing stress hormones. It's literally physical self-care. And have you ever noticed how good you feel after a really solid, serious cry? Like you just cleaned out your emotional closet. And yeah, that's your body doing what it's supposed to do. You almost are refreshed afterwards. Number 4, talk about it. Not everything needs to be processed alone in your head. Call a friend, talk to your partner, journal it out, voice memo yourself like a podcaster having a breakdown. But be mindful of who you talk to. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional inner world. Choose people who can hold space without trying to fix everything, or who will blab your business to people that maybe, Number 5, let's discuss feeling it versus wallowing. So feeling your feelings would be, I'm sad about this. I'm going to let myself feel sad about this today. Wallowing would be, I'm sad, so I'm going to make choices that keep me sad and refuse any support. See the difference? One is healthy processing and the other is not great. So let's discuss the difficult emotions menu. So anger, move your body, journal aggressively, punch a pillow, scream in the car. Sadness, cry, listen to sad music, wrap yourself in a blanket, watch that movie that always makes you cry. Anxiety, breathe deeply, move, ground yourself. 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you touch, 2 things you smell, 1 thing you taste, talk it out. Loneliness. Reach out to someone, go somewhere with people or where other people are. Remember that that feeling is only temporary. Overwhelm. Brain dump everything on paper. Pick one thing, ask for help, so next time you feel a big emotion, pause and name it specifically. Then pick one tool from the menu I just mentioned. All right, now that we've covered the why, let's talk about the how. And here's my personal self-care toolkit, the things that actually work when I'm running on fumes and questioning all my life choices. So let's start with the emergency self-care. This is for when you're already burnt out. So we have the 5-minute reset, which is you splash cold water on your face, step outside for fresh air, touch grass, do 10 jumping jacks. Okay, 5 jumping jacks. Pet an animal, eat something crunchy. Seriously. Write yourself actual permission to rest without guilt, say no, change your mind, not be productive, and order takeout instead of cooking. Sound ridiculous? Maybe. But does your overachieving brain need it? Absolutely. Okay, before we wrap up, let's bust some wellness myths that are making everyone feel bad for no reason. Self-care is a solo activity. Nope, not at all. Sometimes self-care is actually asking for help, calling a friend, going to therapy, letting someone else pay for dinner. Community care is self-care. You have to earn rest. This one makes me so mad. You do not have to be productive to deserve rest. You're not a machine. You're a human being. It's a biological necessity, not a reward for good behavior. You deserve it because you're alive. That's it. That's the only requirement. Wellness is expensive. Walking outside is free. Breathing exercises are free. Stretching is free. Calling a friend is free. Drinking water is free. Taking a nap is free. Dancing in your kitchen is free. Sitting in silence is free. The wellness industry wants you to think that you need to buy stuff, but you don't. You just need to pay attention to yourself. If you need self-care, you're weak. Oh, no. Needing self-care means you're human. Even the strongest, most capable people need to refuel. Your car doesn't run forever without gas, right? And do you call it weak when your car needs to be refueled? Same principle. Self-care means you're always calm and happy. Hardly. Self-care doesn't eliminate stress or negative emotions. It just gives you the tools to cope with them better. You can take bubble baths every day and still have bad days. That's called being a person. There's a perfect self-care routine. Your self-care needs will change based on your energy levels, your life circumstance, the season, your mental health that day, what's going on in the world. Be flexible, because what worked last month might not work this month, and that's okay. Okay, I need to say this because it's important. Self-care is crucial, but sometimes self-care is not enough, and that's not your fault. So if you're experiencing persistent depression or anxiety, thoughts of self-harm, inability to function in everyday life, trauma that won't resolve, or addiction issues, please, please reach out for professional help. You don't want to handle these things alone. Self-care is maintenance. Therapy and medical care are sometimes necessary interventions. Both are important, both are valuable. There's no shame in needing more support than bubble baths and face masks can provide. I'm going to list some resources down below for anyone who needs them. Please check them out. You matter. Your well-being matters. Don't suffer alone when help is available. All right, friends, let's bring it home. The self-care truth is that you are not a car that only needs maintenance when something breaks. You are a living being that needs consistent care and attention. Look, this is hard, I know. The world is chaotic, things are constantly changing, and often stressful. But you, yes, you watching right now, deserve to feel good in your own life. You deserve to have energy, you deserve to feel peace, you deserve to take up space, and take care of yourself without guilt. Self-care isn't selfish, it's survival. If this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe for more real talk about wellness. And please comment below, what's your favorite form of self-care? Let's normalize taking care of ourselves. I'll see you in the next one.